Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Everybody. Woo! I heard photographer Eric warn the audience, if the show's bad, it's all their fault. That's right. That's right. It's in your hands. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Jace. First up, inflatable overload. You know those giant Christmas inflatables your neighbors have in their front yard this time of year? Well, one neighborhood south of Salt Lake City seems to have a obsession with them. Look at this. Giant Santa inflatables are taking over the neighborhood. Oh, God. This person drove through and noticed dozens and dozens and dozens of giant Santas standing at nearly every single house. The driver said they kept coming at every turn. We're just hoping it doesn't get very windy there. That's right, yeah. Well, she's my Christmas wish. Give it up, filling in for Fallon, Aaron Schwab, everybody. Hello, love.
I want you, baby. Ooh.
What? That was nice.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm terrific. Thank you for asking. Oh, I just realized I had a scrunchie on my hand. My bad.
Just give it to me. I'll put it over here. Just put it over there. You're doing well. You're doing well. You look beautiful.
Why, thank you. You know, can I tell you? Oh. Do you know where I got this? I've been saving it for today, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I got this from a woman at the state fair who brought it to me in a bag and said, you wear these all the time. My daughter was going to get rid of it, and I thought you should have it.
It's beautiful.
And so I literally I was like, purple, and yes, thank you.
You look stunning. Yeah, Aaron's with us the next couple days, and you're here on a fun day. The audience, who's fantastic, is here on a good day. I'm really, before we get to the hot dish, I sometimes do this. I just have something to tell you.
Oh, Lord.
I'm pregnant. No, yeah. Again, I know, yeah. No, if you've been with the show, you watch the show, maybe you follow me on social, Jason Matheson. You know that this has been a tough year for my family when it comes to my family. I don't have kids. Collin and I don't have kids, but my fur babies are my kids. And I lost both of them this year. I lost my beloved boxer Dexter in January, and then 2024 decided, hey, that wasn't enough. And then I suddenly lost my French bulldog, Mr. Big, suddenly in late summer. Both were hard. Biggie was just shocking, and I don't think we've still processed it. As then you guys know, part 2 of that story is we got a boxer puppy, Milo, in the spring, and now he's 9 months old, and we thought we were done. I thought I would never have to go back to the delivery room, and but a friend of mine posted a picture. He had a litter of Frenchies, and he posted a picture, and all the puppies were taken but one. And he sent me a picture of this one leftover little boy, and I sent it to my mom. Big mistake. And my mom goes, Dar goes, what the hell are you doing? Go get that dog right now. And I go, no, I can't go get the dog. I'm traveling. She goes, that's what I'm here for. Go get that dog. I went to get that dog. I got that dog. I picked him up. This is Elliot. That's Milo meeting Elliot last night. Elliot is our new French bulldog, and there's his big brother, Milo, trying to figure out, is he alive or a toy? A toy that we have purchased for Milo, but no. So we named him Elliot after my favorite movie, E.T. We like to name our dogs after pop culture things. And as you can see by Milo, or you can see by Elliot, I think the French bulldog is going to rule the roost because he has no time for Milo's shenanigans right there. But yeah, right there. Anyway, he's 12 weeks old, and the serendipitous thing is that's kind of how Dexter came into our lives. We didn't want another dog. Dexter was taken by another family, given back, and he was the last one of the litter to be taken. And now this little guy was the last one. And yeah, so our family's complete again. So yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Because you know I love puppies.
I know you do. So yeah, I think we're going to try to bring them into the studio. That was tradition when the Jason show started. Within the first week or so, little Biggie, I brought Biggie in, my first Frenchie. So yeah, so we'll be bringing little Elliot in. So
do you need me to bring in the oldest dog in the world, which is my dog?
Yes.
He may actually not even be alive anymore, just like Walking Dead. Like, it's a very old dog.
Yeah. But thanks to my mom and Collin, look, I have a crazy schedule. They carry the load, and I appreciate them both very much, and it really means a lot to me. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Oh, here we go. Woo! First up, nonsense. Nonsense. Oh. That's how David Letterman is describing the concept of retirement. Letterman talked to GQ about his legendary career and says there's no chance he's ready to stop. Watch this.
How long do you think you'll keep doing it? I don't know. I'm surprised that I'm still doing it at my age. On the other hand, I still get a kick out of what we're doing. So what does that mean? I don't know.
Well, it means you keep going. It means you keep going. Letterman, Dave is 77. He still has his Netflix show. My next guest needs no introduction, which is fantastic. And he says as long as he's healthy, as long as he has ideas, he plans to keep working, which I think you said it in our meeting today. I think that's good no matter if you're a TV star or not.
Yeah.
Retiring.
I think that there's just people that are made, all people are made differently, right? Like my dad was a principal, an elementary school principal, and retired, but literally works more now than he did when he was a principal, basically. Because he does all this other, it's sort of working in where you want to rather than working because you have to.
Yeah.
Or working for joy. And I mean, it's just, I can't imagine not doing what I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like 92 years old in some sort of community somewhere, just kicking out some cabaret here and there. You know?
I would pay to see your show.
Thank you very much.
Pay, yeah.
Thank you. I mean, would you fully retire and stop telling stories?
I wouldn't. No, I would not fully retire. I mean, eventually one of the shows, either the radio or this one, will have to land the plane.
Sure.
But you know, Jeff and I are going to go down with the ship together. So when he's ready, then I'll do it. Letterman also looked back at his late night war with Jay Leno and says he finally found peace with it when he realized a very simple concept. People just simply liked Jay on The Tonight Show more than him. Watch.
In the beginning, it's a huge assault and insult to your ego because you think, well, no, I'm the show. I'm the guy America's been waiting on. And for a while, I was. And then Jay overtakes me and continues to overtake me for the duration of the runs. So I had to figure out what that was. And I just think it was that simple.
With that.
Yeah. Dave says Leno's Tonight Show was a more likable show while his had more edge. Absolutely. When you talk to comedians, it's either, you know, Coke or Pepsi, Star Trek, Star Wars. Back in the day, Leno or Letterman. And it was no judgment. Maybe you liked Leno's style. Letterman was more edgy, was more sarcastic, more of a smart aleck kind of humor. Jay was very middle of the road, and that appealed to a bigger chunk of the country.
Yeah, I think there's a difference too between feeling like people don't like you and how people like you, they just happen to like this more.
Absolutely.
I think there's a different way to take that information in. You know what I mean?
It's not an assault about you. Yeah. Next, she's the breakout comedy star of 2024 thanks to the Tom Brady roast. Nikki Glazer is who I'm talking about. She was on Kimmel Wednesday night to talk about the impact of that show this year. Watch.
It was a life-changing kind of performance, like one of those things that you just are like, you just never think is going to happen, but everything changes after it. It really was that for me, and it's
kind of like, in a way, like how he would talk about being on Johnny Carson and Johnny would wave you over to the couch and the next day suddenly you're a big star.
Exactly. It was that, which doesn't exist anymore for comedians, but it really was that the next day. Just I was, you know, in line places and seeing my face on people's phones, and it was just, I felt like Taylor Swift for a couple days. Like I felt.
She did a great job. She did a great job. Nikki says people now want her to be mean to them in public. People are asking them, hey, Nikki, roast me on the sidewalk. No, you don't want that. Nikki is also prepping to host the upcoming Golden Globes. And she said, look, she has to walk a fine line. Here, watch this.
People expect me to be really mean, and I do think I'm a pretty nice person by default. And even like going into the Golden Globes, people are just like, be savage, just destroy them. Like people want blood. I'll give the audience at home what they want, but I also have to, the audience at home, no matter how funny the jokes are to them, they're not gonna laugh if I bomb in the room. So, you know, because you go off, you need a laugh track. So I have to kill in the room as well. So that's the balance of like not, you know, having any crowd cutaway shots where the person looks super offended or anything like that. It's a delicate thing.
Yeah, and
it is. You know that, I know that. That's why I joked at the beginning. If this show is horrible, it's because of the audience. I mean, it's like, if they don't laugh, see, watch this. No reaction to that. It's horrible.
No.
Yeah. No, but she's right. That's a hard room. I know we got to go, but it's a thankless job. Those people have no sense of humor about themselves. They don't want to be made fun of. They have, their faces are pursed like a cat's butt. And, you know, they just sit there and they're sensitive. And Nikki's job is to poke fun at their ego.
Yeah.
But you got to walk that line. You got to walk that line. The Globes, Sunday, January 5th on a new network over there on CBS. Back after this. Cat's butt. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Dax Holt coming up in just a little bit, and you hear them every day on our show. They sing our theme song and have for about 4 years. Yam Haus is here, so that'll be great. I haven't seen them in a while. Also, we want to say thanks to all of you that have sent us our Christmas cards and our great Christmas card exchange. We love all the ones that you're sending in. We've gone through, we have boxes, hundreds and hundreds sent to our office just this week, and I want to continue to highlight a few that we received. First up, this one is from Janine from our Seattle affiliate. Here's the card right there. She says, I've been a fan of the show since 2022. My day always starts with you. I sent a card last year after my husband passed away, and I received a handwritten message from you. It made me feel noticed, as I'm a 65-year-old woman who feels like I disappear. I love you all very much. Well,
I think that's awesome.
I think that's, yeah, that's why the two of us, that's why Fallon, we get up here and we act goofy and yeah, I say it all the time, and I do it in relation to pop culture shows. I hate that society, just when you reach, in Hollywood, if you're 28, you're forgotten. But when you get to a certain age, and it's much worse for women, much worse, when you're 40, 50, 60, it's like, oh, you're not vibrant, you're not sexy, you don't have a life. I think that is such, I want to cuss here, I think that's crap.
But that's the more important reason why people who are, if I am 53 years old and in menopause, I am vibrant and sexy. Just look at that. Come on.
That's right. Next card.
Booyah! Merry Christmas.
That's right. This is from Tammy in Alpha, Minnesota. She says, your show is truly a gift to all of us. The joy and laughter are priceless. And, well, that card is priceless. Look at that one. And finally, a card that came in with a warning. This is fantastic. This is my type of woman. Yvonne from Howard Lake, Minnesota sent this card with a post-it saying, "Don't open if you're offended by cuss words." She calls herself a sarcastic grandma who handmade the card. We can't show you the inside message, but just know it was hysterical and had some cuss words. That's fine. We love you. Keep the cards coming, everybody. Well, more Hot Dish now, and I'm getting some help from Hollywood. Joining me live from L.A. is the host of the Hollywood Raw podcast. Audience, give it up for Dax Holt. Hi, buddy.
Hello. How is everyone out there? Staying warm?
Well, we're trying, Dax. It's like, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like 40 below zero. Anyway, your show, per usual, was a roundup of topics. Let's start with Jay-Z. He's been in the headlines the past few days. What's the latest? What's happening?
Yeah, so that's what's funny is people are begging us to do these in-depth detail kind of podcasts because everyone's like, okay, we need to know all the details about Jay-Z, him being wrapped up in this whole Diddy case now. So that was the latest, and we dove very deep into this. But basically, you know, we've heard all the Diddy stories that have come out over the last couple of weeks. There was a lawsuit that was filed a couple of weeks ago, which was Diddy and an unnamed celebrity, another A-list celebrity, that were involved in an alleged raping of a 13-year-old girl after the VMAs back years ago. Well, now that lawsuit was refiled, and the name that was previously redacted was now added, and it was Jay-Z. So there is a lot of people freaking out right now over this. I can tell you that Jay-Z is saying this is 100% not true. He is saying he will fight to the end of the earth to basically clear his name from this. He's saying that this lawyer that is representing a lot of these alleged victims is basically going out and extorting celebrities and coercing these victims into bringing celebrities' names into the fold that are not actually related to them, just so that he can turn around and go after the celebs to try to get money out of them to keep their names out of the lawsuit. He's like, I am not backing down from this. I am 100% innocent. He actually went out the next day after this was filed, and Blue Ivy, his daughter, was, you know, she's in the new Lion King movie, and she was walking the red carpet, and he was there to support her alongside Beyonce. So he is not hiding away from cameras or attention at this moment, which a lot of times when you have a big lawsuit like this break, people are like, nope, I don't want to go out in public. I don't want to be asked about it. He is not shying away right now.
And finally, less important, and I'm just absolutely shocked, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, are they over again, Dax?
Oh. Listen, Jason. They are over for right now.
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. I forgot to put the semicolon in that. Yeah.
These two have got together and broken up and got together and broken up so many times. The only thing that makes it different this time is she is pregnant, and she recently announced her pregnancy, and then next thing you know, her people that are close to her are claiming she found something on his phone. They're not saying what that is. She found something on his phone and decided to call off the relationship, even though she has his baby inside of her right now. But they were very excited about having this child. It was very much planned. And if you ask me, they will be back together. Just give it some time.
I don't think so. I love, but let's be clear.
No, these two are too crazy, man. They'll be back together, I'm sure.
That's true. Thank you, buddy. Have a good week. Give my best to the family.
You.
Subscribe to the Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you get your podcast for more Dax. Up next, a bunch of new things to watch this week. I got a chance to watch 2 last night, even with the puppy. First, Jamie Foxx is back. I showed you the trailer last week with the new stand-up special on Netflix. In the show, he finally reveals, I mean, look at the title of it. What happened was, he reveals what happened. He suffered a stroke and a brain bleed back in 2023, leading to being in the hospital for a long time and leading to speculation all over the place, including on this show. The special's about an hour 10. I watched most of it, and my takeaway was this: Jamie got very emotional right away. He comes out, shot in Atlanta, which I believe was the location of the original hospital. And he said simply, he started to get a headache. And he looked at his assistant and he's like, "Can I get some Tylenol?" And he said that was the last thing he remembered.
Wow.
He was out. And then 2 months later, he woke up. He couldn't walk, and he talked about his defiance. He kept saying, "I'm Jamie Foxx." You know, he says that a lot. "I'm Jamie." He goes, I don't need therapy. I don't need anything. And he talks about this physical therapist who, I don't know if he changed her name for the show, but her name was Holly. And Holly basically put him in his place. She was like, "I don't care who you are." She goes, and she stood away from him. She goes, "Walk to me." And he couldn't. And it made him realize that there was a change happening, and then he goes through there. It was really moving. He got very, very emotional. I'm a fan of Jamie, and I'm just glad he walked out. He looks fantastic. I'm glad he's better. You can watch that one on Netflix. Next, this one's a little dishy. You'll see why. I got a chance to watch the season premiere of the long-running Netflix show Queer Eye. Now, before I roll this, remember, there was a cast change in this one. I'll go more into that. But here's a little bit of the trailer, and I'll tell you what I noticed. Watch.
We've grown and changed. Even our cast has changed. Girl, have you seen Jeremiah? She got the design skills, honey.
I feel like I'm finally home with the Fab Five.
Okay. So yeah, Bobby left the show. He was the design guy. Now Jeremiah, who, if he looks familiar, he is married to Nate Berkus. They have a successful line of pet products at PetSmart, amongst other things. And here's my observation on this one. Well, let me just tell you, it features Jeremiah, who took over for Bobby, and then JVN's back, and Anthony. Here's what I noticed. They are trying really hard. They made it very obvious that they are really happy Bobby is gone. I read between the lines, and I'm not looking for something that's not there. They had Jeremiah coming out of a box dropped from a helicopter. Oh, I mean, you know, and I on top of a roof in Vegas. And it just seemed, and they didn't get along with Bobby. Well, some of them didn't. I'm watching it going, okay, we get it. You're happy Jeremiah is there. It's good to obviously it's good to welcome him, but I was a fan of Bobby, so there was a little eye roll movement. But the show, I got to tell you, I focused on the subject. It was an old school showgirl from the 80s who kind of gave up. Going back to what we said about the woman who wrote the letter. She's in her 60s now. She feels invisible. She doesn't feel as beautiful as she did. And look, no matter what I feel about the guys individually, they help this woman feel beautiful. And that's lovely. That's really why that show is still good.
That's why it's always been good.
Yes, it's about the people.
Yeah, it is. Even though they're such great personalities, and in their own rights, they are all of those amazing people that they are. The fact that they always inherently bring it back to the importance of the person that they're working with and making them feel fabulous
and powerful.
That's what makes us all cry.
Yeah.
You know, is that piece of it.
Yeah, it's season 9. I can't believe it's been, and they're in Vegas. Like I said, they're in Vegas this time. And I looked through the season previews. It looks like a pretty emotional one.
All of them are.
Yeah.
Like, just hunker down, you guys. Get a box of tissues and some ice cream and just, like,
cry.
Queer eye it up. Just,
that's right.
Just go.
Well, hopefully you're not going to cry for the rest of the show. Still to come, you hear them every day on our show. The band Yam Haus is back in our studio. Lars, Zach, and Jake talk to us about their upcoming shows, Zach's scary injury, and more when the Jason Show continues. Back in a moment.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our way. Yeah, let's make it a good.
Welcome back to the show. Hi. If you watch our show every day, you hear our next guest, every day. You just heard him there. Yam Haus is the band behind our theme song. I'm honored. Always been honored. They wrote it, they performed it. It took a text, a phone call, a handshake, and 400 Fox lawyers. After a bit of a break, they're coming back with new music and shows. Audience, give it up for Lars, Zach, and Jake. Yam Haus, everybody. here. Oh. Well, that has never happened. Well, that has never happened. Well, that has never happened in 10 seasons. I got stuck to a guest via my microphone.
We're very close, you and I.
We are very, very close. Hi, guys.
How are you?
Hi, guys.
Good to see you.
Welcome to the new set.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Taking it back.
Right?
Colors are great.
I mean, you were here when we had folding chairs and a tiki lounge. I mean, you know. And now look at it. Look at you guys.
It feels like we're maturing at the same pace.
We kind of, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
we have
growing
real furniture for
You have real furniture.
It's nice,
That's
real wood right there. That's real. Knock on it.
It's nice.
Right? It's real wood.
Really nice.
I know.
It's really impressive, man.
Zach, there's so much to catch up on. I mean, there's been a lot.
Yeah.
Let's start. This time I'm going to start with Zach. Hey, Zach.
What's up?
I heard you were crushed by a tree.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell the audience that doesn't know that story?
Yeah.
We know here locally, but for Orlando and Detroit, tell the folks what happened to you.
Yeah, we had a big storm here at late August, and my parents had some trees that were down, so I went to go help them clean some brush up. And there was a branch of a tree that was the size of another tree that had fallen and then was still attached to the bigger side of the tree. I walked under it and it fell on top of me. It was about 1,500 pounds, I think.
1,500 pounds?
Yeah, and it fell on me long way, so it was covering my whole body. And my parents, my lovely parents, were the only ones there, and they somehow lifted it off me. It's crazy.
I didn't know that fact.
Yeah.
They lifted it up?
So it was just those two. My mom cracked a vertebrae in her back, lifting it off, so.
Oh my goodness.
Very scary, and I cracked 5 ribs and broke my collarbone and punctured a lung, and so scary stuff. Yeah.
What was that recovery like, my friend?
Well, I'm still in it right now, so we're 3 months post-accident, and it's still every day trying to get better, and yeah.
What runs through your mind, and I'm not being facetious about this, what runs through your mind? You're laying there, and you have a tree on you.
Yeah, I think it was like 30 seconds to a minute that I was under there, and there was just like, oh, this is it. This is going to be how I go, because there's no way my parents are going to lift this up. And somehow they got it off me, and I got rushed to the hospital in St. Paul and got the good care I needed, and was at my parents' house actually for 4 weeks because I couldn't lay down. I had to sleep in a recliner. And so I was there and actually saw you sent a message on your show. That was very sweet.
Oh, please.
That was very, very nice. So yeah, we're still in the process of getting better every day, but no sling. I've been in a sling for 2 months, so.
I mean, are you kidding? I wanted to take the whole audience to the hospital, but we couldn't. They wouldn't let us in. Yeah,
I would appreciate that, yeah.
We're going to do a little field trip. But, well, I'm glad you're getting better. Lars, let's move to you. Hey, Lars, I hear you have a new kid.
I do, yeah. Yep.
Number two.
Yeah, we added a little boy to our family, and I'm just really glad that he can meet Zach.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. You know, it was a serious period of my life where I have no snarky jokes for any of these situations.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm so glad Zach's alive. I have welcomed new life into my home, and it's just been a very beautiful, heavy, emotional time for our band.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jake, let me move on to you. Let's talk about, there's been an evolution in all of your lives. There's been an evolution of the band. What has this last 12 months been like for you, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tougher year. I think we're growing a lot. We're working on new music, but in the midst of working on new music, we've played a lot less shows and a lot more time at home questioning our lives. But,
staring into the void.
Yeah, staring into the void.
A lot of void staring.
We're grateful. I think we're coming out of, really hard couple of years of learning and growing, but I'm very hopeful for this next year. So,
any of you take this? What? Again, if people are new to you, if you watch the show, you're actually not new to Yam Haus. You hear them every damn day. But if you are new to them, Lars, take this first part. How would you have described your band style, and then tell me where you are now?
I would have described us at the beginning as very much like a boy band, pop band that can play instruments and was trying to figure out who they were and what they were doing, and just sort of running and loving the energy and seeking the most loud, rambunctious energy we could find in doing that. And versus now, I would call us like a heartland rock band, I would say.
Is this, anybody can take this, is this, do you feel like you're getting closer and closer to your authentic voice and vision as a band and individually?
I would say so. I guess all of us should answer that in our own ways, but I've definitely been like the creative leader in a lot of ways, and it's taken me a while to even accept that role. I think we went through obviously roster change, and in that time we were all sort of trying to find our footing, but I would say, yeah, new sound has been something that I've been really excited about, and I think they have been too, but they should confirm live on television, I think.
Would you like to confirm on live television that you are excited?
Confirmed.
We'll confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like, yeah, I don't know. You didn't really know what genre we were placed in for a long time, and it feels like Lars has found his writing voice, and collaboratively in the studio, we found something that we can all really get behind and love.
We have to go, but because as a creative, sometimes it's so Hallmark cardish, but sometimes eras, periods like this, really, I mean, comes from the ashes again, that sounds like something on an Oprah episode, but no, creatively can be so nourishing and lead to a great era for you guys. We'll talk about that and more, and we'll play a little game when we come back. Back in a moment, guys. The guys of the Yam Haus. That was very weird. The people singing right now, you're looking at them. Back with the guys of the Yam Haus. Again, so much to cover, so I don't want to beat around the bush. We're getting ready to hear. I haven't even heard this. A new song. What are we hearing here?
This is a song. Yeah, this is a song called "One Bullet Left," and I believe.
I think so. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, yep. Our lawyers have been talking.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the lead-off single to this next album that I'm not going to name yet, but it's just about where we're at, and it's a very honest song.
Let's take a listen. I like it. I like it. Thank you. What do you smile? What do you?
I'm just laughing, thinking about like everybody has to clap at that song, but there was a few genuine ones in there. I felt it. Thank you. Raise your hand if that was a genuine clap. Okay. Yeah.
There. Yep. This audience knows again, if the show goes down, it's their fault. That's right. They're great, though. I love these people.
I love it. Me too.
Okay, I ask songwriters this all the time because I think I love the art. I can never do it like stand-up comedians. That song right there, where do you write that, Lars? What's the process like for you?
I think it was like May of 2023, or maybe a little bit later. But I knew like we had a lot of stuff happening at the same time, and I felt like quitting. But I decided not to quit, and we all decided not to quit, and I'm very glad we did because we signed like a record deal, and it was a very
right there.
Yep.
Big Loud, right?
Yeah, Big Loud, and I want to thank Big Loud if they're watching, specifically like Joey and Lloyd and Jen and everybody there is just like really gave our career a second chance. And that song just came to me. There was no like co-writing thing or anything, which I love co-writing, and we do a lot of co-writing. But that song was one of those, the universe opened up and it just like dropped on me in like probably 30 minutes and felt really honest, and here we are.
Zach or Jake, you guys can take this one. Hearing from Lars about the period, was there a period for you two where, because everybody can relate, you don't need to be in a band to wake up one day and go, oh, God, is this the road I want to be on? And we can all relate. I think now more than ever. I just had a conversation with an astrologer that you'll see in a few weeks that she said it's happening with a lot of people because of, well, the moon or whatever. Anyway, you'll hear that later. Were you guys yourselves, both of you can take this, were you questioning, should this go on?
Yeah, I think with Seth, our guitar player, and one of our best friends leaving, I think it just caused us all to go like, should we keep doing this? Like 1/4 of our band is gonna just go, and do we wanna keep doing this? And the label came along and we all looked at each other and went like, I still want to do this. Do you guys still want to do this? And so we all questioned it for a little bit. I don't know if you felt the same way.
Totally. Yeah, it was definitely a really hard like pivot point to be like, do we still want this even if it's going to look totally different than what we thought it was going to be for the last 5 years? And I think we all did look at each other and say, we love music enough and love each other enough to still give this a shot. So.
And also, there's the I think I know you guys well enough. There's also the desire and the love of, correct me if I'm wrong, Lars, if you want to take this one, the live audience. I mean, doing a show, do you still get a jolt from it? Do you still get nourishment from being in front of a live audience?
Yeah, I think that's why this year has been so hard, is we haven't played very many shows. So as much as that's very like hard, it's actually kind of encouraging because like we do just love playing shows. We're road dogs.
This video?
So yeah, we love hanging out with
now
horses.
What's happening in this? I was asking a life question here, and you guys are in a field full of horses.
So actually, that horse, the reason we post that video so soon, so that's for another single, and it's called Dark in the Valley, but we're singing it, trying to act serious to do social media, and it's a very serious song, and we're standing there, and these horses all come like to the fence to like be in the video. And we're like, oh, this is funny. And then we're sitting there, I'm singing the song, and it's a serious song, and this horse just lets out a nice little toot that was pretty loud, actually.
Very
but you can't fully hear it in the video, so I don't know if it fully translated, but you can kind of hear this like
You can see
high-pitched-
Jake and I both go.
Yeah, we were like, wow.
What just happened?
That's insane.
I couldn't believe how loud it was.
It was very
Sample it and put it in the next one.
Yeah. Kick drum.
Yeah.
We're going to give you information about where you can see them perform live. We're going to take one more break. We'll be back after this. Back with the guys of Yam Haus. Welcome back. More with the guys from Yam Haus. Don't forget to follow them on social. Tour dates right there. We'll also post it on the Jason Show socials. Hey, before we have some fun, Aaron Schwaberini ran up here actually with a great question. How is it playing? I mean, hello, you're a musician. You need your lungs.
Yeah.
How is it?
Things are good. The guitar, the bass goes over this collarbone, which broke.
Oh.
So that's a little tough, but I don't have to sing, which is nice. There's a lot of breath stuff there, so I let him do the singing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time the guys are here, we have a little fun. So, Leo, roll the open. It's game time, everybody. Here we go. Okay. We don't spend a lot of time naming things around here. We're just going to call this game Lars, Zach, or Jake. I'm going to ask a question, and thank you, Thomas, for laughing at that one. And you all have to answer which band member it describes best, okay? We've done a version of this before.
This is fun.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Who takes the longest to get ready?
Jake.
I don't even need to try to.
Wow, there was no
hesitation.
hesitation.
When you said who takes the longest, whatever the answer to the question is.
Really?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have
I have no
hair.
defense, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's true. I don't
You
know.
could follow it up with like a who's got the worst hygiene question. It's probably me. But I take the quickest.
Lars can roll out of bed in a
Yeah.
hotel room if we're on tour and literally just hop in the van and he's ready for the day.
I did shower this morning for the show.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah. I'm the sneaky one.
Yes, you do. You smell fresh and
all right,
clean, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Who spends the most time on the phone? Who's doing this? Yeah, well, I mean, but you're always on social. I mean, yeah.
Will you tell them what you just
Actually,
bought?
I'd like to promote something that I'm not getting paid for. It's called the Freedom Box or Freedom Vault, and I literally put my phone in a lockbox that I can't get to.
Are you kidding me?
I do it every night.
But
like,
you can answer
hour
calls,
before
but it's like a
bed.
box you can't open.
Yeah, I like can't use my phone.
Healthy boundaries, right?
Healthy boundaries.
Look at this guy.
Because it's just, come on,
I love that.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called the Freedom Vault. I'll send you a link.
Please send me a link.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to use it. I'm just saying we have audience members literally looking it up right now.
Yeah, look it up.
And if you buy it with Lars 15,
yeah, Lars. I do get a commission, but
Exactly.
No.
Who has the biggest shoe collection?
Easy. Not even close.
Really?
Easy.
Yeah.
It's probably like 200 pairs.
Yeah.
I hear you.
It's bad.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, you never get cured of it.
No.
Yeah.
It keeps just, money, no money, I keep buying shoes.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Who's most likely to win big at pull tabs?
Ooh. Big dog.
Oh, yeah?
Big dog.
Other parts of the country, there are little gambling things that we have here in Minnesota that every state should have.
Yes.
Are you lucky at pull tabs?
I apparently am, because I haven't really done it much, and we did it for a content day. We were just like hanging out at my favorite local bar, Howard's in downtown Stillwater. You should check it out.
I've been there.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
Amazing.
But then again, I've been to most local bars. So yeah. I made the joke before the staff could make the joke. Yeah. Let's see here.
I'm lucky.
Okay. This is a good one. Who posts the most thirst traps?
That's a good one.
Wow. I don't know.
Maybe Zach.
Probably me.
Yeah, maybe so.
I will tell you, we took an informal poll of the Jason Show staff. You did come out on top on that one. Yeah. There we go. But in the best way possible.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I would say you're a close second.
Yeah, I do like ugly thirst traps. I do like intentionally, I look disgusting, but I'm trying to see if there's anybody that will still love me.
Well, look at your facial hair.
Those are good.
Look at my facial hair. I mean, I just love self-sabotage when it comes to social media.
I think, no, I like the
You like
facial
it?
hair. I think, yeah.
Thank you.
And I would be honest.
Thank you.
No,
most,
I think
most
it looks,
people have said no.
No, I think it looks nice. If it was just the mustache, if it was just the
Aaron
mustache.
likes it too.
I know. If it was just a mustache, I'd be like, where's the unmarked van? You know what I mean? But this looks, you know.
Oh, my gosh.
We have time for one more. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this is just an easy. Who's the worst with directions? Because you guys travel a lot.
Probably Jake.
The worst?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm kind of the guy that maps like everything, even if I've been there like 100 times.
That's why I'm saying it too. That's
like
why.
I just need to be sure.
Yeah.
Well, who's the? Well, on the, let me. Don't need these anymore. Who? Because I know in my relationship, like Collin, organizes everything. Like if I need, I don't turn left until he verifies it. So, who is the organizational person within the group? I know you have managers and stuff, but
also kind of Jake.
And that's the weird thing.
Which is ironic.
I know it is a little
But
ironic.
that's what I think he just needs that order. Like he could literally be taking a drive like 2 blocks and he'd put it into maps and we're like, dude, you can just go.
Yeah. But if there's traffic, I get you on that one.
Yeah, different way.
There we go.
Could be.
Audience, give it up for Lars, Zach, and Jake from Yam Haus. If you're watching us locally, they're playing the Green Room in Minneapolis this Friday and Saturday. If you're watching us from around the country, yamhaus.com for more information on when they are coming near you. Back after this, everybody. Well, let's try not to get stuck together again. She has a show coming up, too. Follow her on social. Aaron Schwab.
This weekend.
Hey, we ran out of time. I want to give them a compliment. Again, I try to start her in an interview. They do our theme song, and look, we're a medium to big size show, but we don't always have a big size budget. I'm just being brutally honest. It literally took a phone call to say, guys, we have a new season. I would like a new theme song. Would you write it? And it took one text message. Though that's good people right there. And they did it. They didn't have to do it. They should have been paid a lot of money. I think we gave them a couple Campbell soup cans, and that was, you know, but...
I always feel prettier when they leave. I just do. Like, there is like, Aaron, hi, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you, Yam Haus.
They're the nicest. Time to meet our next JVIP of the week. Today, it's Jody from New London. She says she laughs out loud every day. Thank you, Jody. She loves the honesty of our show as well. Well, you're going to get a Jason Show mug, and you're also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That's right, Aaron. That includes being a VIP guest in our audience, a $150 gift card to Becker Furniture, and a $250 gift certificate to Renew Med Spa. We're going to wrap up the show when we come back after this. Meantime, follow Aaron Schwab and get those tickets, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to follow us on social. Jason Show TV. We're also now on Blue Sky and TikTok, so follow us there. Hey, really quick, I've been telling you, don't forget to follow Aaron Schwab, too, if you're also watching us local, or if you ever come to the Twin Cities, you got to come see this one. She's the Bette Midler of the Twin Cities, the Patti LuPone of Princeton. She is,
Thank you.
That's right, yeah. The Patti LuPone of Princeton.
I think we should do that show. I'm going to find a bar in Princeton, and we will do Patti LuPone in Princeton.
That's right.
And that's what I'm going to do.
And will you just scream at audience members like Patty does?
I do anyway, so yes.
That's right,
fine.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, you have a new show coming up this weekend. Obviously, you may not be able to fly in for that one, but when you come visit the Jason Show, all of you in Detroit, Orlando, Chicago, also make a stop at one of her shows. There we go.
Thanks.
Hey, tomorrow, holiday decorations and making them last all winter long. Designer Heather Fox will be here with ideas that will look good well past December 25th. That's a good idea because I don't want to put them up and just have them up for 2 weeks. But right now, that's going to do it for us. This audience is great. Let me just say, the show was fantastic. And so are you. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.